So let's talk a little bit about how to connect multiple queues together or using follow. So we have a variety of queues set up. In order to kind of demonstrate this, we're going to do a quick time edit on the queues so it'll play a little faster. So we're going to go queue 1 through, this is a quick review, 5, time 1, enter. So everybody goes to 1 second, with the exception of 3, which we'll fix here real quick. Queue 3, time 1, enter. There we go. So the reason I did that is when we do these follows, they'll play a little bit faster. So we want to connect some queues together so that once we only have to hit the go button once. The way we do that is we can do them one at a time, but in this case we're going to do a small range. So we hit queue 2 through 4, follow, which is a hard key right here, and we give them a time. I'm going to actually swap our screen for a moment so you can see the command line. So queue 2 through 4 and follow. Our queues are running in 1 second, so we're going to follow in 1 second, which means they'll play as soon as one finishes, the next one will play. And we hit enter. Swapping screens back. You now get a look at what will happen. So in this case, with nothing else added, we're going to go to queue 1 and enter, which will put us into queue 1. Q2 is next, and then it's going to follow. 2.5 will follow in 1 second, 3 will follow in 1 second, and so on. So we hit go, and as you watch, they just play through the list. Now, because we don't have any other instructions, they just play straight through to 5 and stop. If we want to create a loop for this little set of queues we've created, we can do that using the link loop command. So we now go, and we want to connect Q4 back up to Q2. Q4, and for video purposes, we're going to swap and look down here at S4, link loop. So we hit S4, back to Q2, so link 2, enter. We have to do one more step, which is to double tap link loop until it says loop. And we're going to put in a loop count of 0 and hit enter. Swapping the screens again, you'll now see that we have a link from 4 back to 2 and a loop count of 0. Now go to Q1, enter, and we'll let Q1 finish. And once Q1 finishes, we're in Q1, Q2 is coming next. We'll hit the go button. And you'll notice as these play through, once they've gone through one time, Q5 is now stepped up and is in our pending spot, but our link loop is still running. So after it's run a couple of times, anytime we want to fade into Q5, we simply hit our go button again, and we'll wait until it's a little higher, and Q5 plays, and we're out of our effect, or out of our link loop. So that's how you use follow in conjunction with link and loop. The loop count can be 0 means it's infinite, it's going to run forever, or you can give it a fixed number. If you know you only want it to happen 2 or 5 or 8 times, you can simply put a loop count in for that, and that's how many times they'll cycle through, and then the queues will fade into the next queue in line.